Today, we are going to discuss a very important portion of Vedanta or non-dual philosophy. Today's topic is Vedanta and worship. Vedanta and worship. In often, it is very often erroneously held that Vedanta, which preaches the reality of Brahman or the impersonal absolute and the illusories of the world, including the gods and other higher beings, is iconoclastic. What is iconoclastic? Like Kala Pahad, which is always uh, being, criticized or something like that. Truth, but it is always criticized. That is iconoclastic and intolerant of worship. The realization of the illusories of the sense perceived world is no doubt the goal of Vedanta philosophy, but a man who is under the spell of ignorance cannot deny the actuality of phenomena. As long as a man remains ignorant, the world is verily true and real to him. And so are its pairs of opposites such as good and evil, righteousness and unrighteousness. Only a highly qualified spiritual aspirant can conceive of the impersonal absolute and meditate on it. He alone can seek Brahman and realize Brahman directly by meditation. For the rest, the approach to impersonal reality lies through the personal God. Therefore, the worship of Ishvara or God or the personal God is recommended at the beginning of spiritual life. Worship and devotion enable a beginner to fix his God and strengthen his power of concentration. As long as a man regards himself as a psychophysical being, conscious of his body, mind, and ego, and as long as he is not fully aware of Atma or pure spirit as his true self, he cannot effectively meditate on impersonal reality. Conscious of his many weaknesses and limitations, he feels the need of prayer and other external supports. He worships the personal God for protection, guidance, and grace, though in the end the worshipper realizes that both he and the personal God are non-different. Being a manifestation of Brahman, yet as long as he remains conscious of his or her individuality and retains even a trace of his ego, the distinction between himself or herself and the personal God holds good, and the latter is to be regarded as the highest reality on the relative plane. From the standpoint of the relative plane, or from the standpoint of the name and form, a bangle and the ring and the uh, necklace made out of gold, or a toy lion and a toy sheep, though both made of clay, cannot be identical. Similarly, from the relative standpoint, from the standpoint of transaction, a man or woman and the personal God, though both are admitted by the non-dualist to be manifestation of Brahman, cannot be identical. But the same lion and sheep, when they're reduced to clay, or the same bangle and necklace and earring reduced to gold, lose their differences. Likewise, a man and the personal God, when reduced to their ultimate cause, which is Brahman, lose their differences. For men and women, victims of ignorance, there is need of prayer and worship. But to a Vedantic aspirant, the symbolic nature of the personal God is pointed out from the very beginning. The reality behind the divinity is the impersonal absolute. The whole relative universe and all material objects are different manifestations of the same absolute, one alone, and that is Brahman. The personal God is its highest manifestation. The personal God is Brahman's highest manifestation. The personal God is not the creation or the imagination of the human mind. He is as real as the universe. When through self-control and meditation, the aspirant becomes less and less aware of the universe and his ego, he or she sees more and more of the absolute. And in the end, the worshipper and the personal God merge in the absolute Brahman. From the realization of the personal God to the knowledge of the impersonal truth is but a short step. When not absorbed in the communion with the absolute, communion with the absolute, non-dualists show a very exalted spirit of adoration for the personal aspects of the divine spirit. Consider, for instance, the following hymns I'm going to chant from the Mahanirvana Tantra. Or I will not chant, I will just translate it in English. I bow to you, the everlasting cause of the world. I bow to you, O pure consciousness, the soul that sustains the whole universe. I bow to you, who are one without duality, who does bestow liberation or moksha. I bow to you, O Brahman, the all-pervading attributeless reality. You alone are the refuge, the only object of adoration. You are the only cause of the universe, the soul of everything that is. You alone are the world's creator. You, its preserver. And you alone its destroyer. You are the immutable Supreme Lord, the Absolute. You are unchanging consciousness, dread of the dreadful, terror of the terrible, refuge of all beings, purity of purifiers. You alone dost rule over those in the high places, supreme over the supreme. You are the protector of the protectors, O Almighty Lord, who are made manifest as the form of all, yet are yourself unmanifest and indestructible. You who are imperceptible to the sense or senses, yet are the very truth. You are incomprehensible. You are imperishable. You are all pervading. You are hidden. and you are without form. O Lord, O light of the universe, protect us from harm. On that one alone we meditate. That one is the sole object of our worship. To that alone, the non-dual witness of the universe, we bow. In that one who alone exists and who is our sole eternal support, we seek refuge. The self-dependent Lord, the vessel of safety in the ocean of this world. An advanced non-dualist realizes, however, the inadequacy of the ordinary details of ritualistic worship. It is truth. It is true. As is evidenced in the rest of the hymns. What a wonderful hymns. It's a non-dualist's question to the Supreme Lord with a lot of justification and understanding, with a lot of love, with a lot of knowledge. The worshipper, the non-dual worshipper, is asking himself or herself or to the Supreme Lord that how can one ever invoke the all-pervading absolute? How one can give a seat to that which is the one support of all? How can one bring offerings to that whose nature is pure awareness? Actually, why it is such actions as of the offering a seed or food and flowers, bathing in water, giving clothes, investing with a sacred thread, waving light or arati, and the installing the deity on a pedestal are the rituals prescribed by the Sanatan Dharma, or poorly translated as Hindu religion, for the worship of the personal God through an image. This is called Shodosha Upachara, Shodasa Upachara Puja. Worship the idol with 16 kinds of things. So there, some mantras are there. What is wonderful, Yes, they are offering, the worshipper offer, even I offer, the clothes, the seat, the water for, washing feet, water for washing the mouth, drinking water, food, and aroma, scents, perfume. When we offer, the perfume, the mantra is Shariram te na janami gandham cheshtam naivacha naivacha. Shariram te na janami cheshtam naivacha naivacha. Maya niveditan gandhan pratigrihya vilipyatam. I don't know whether you have a body like me or not. But in my imagination, you are embodied. You are like me. That is why I'm giving you. I'm offering you. Actually, my heart I am offering through this perfume. আমার চেতনার রঙে পান্না হলো সবুজ, চুনি হলো লাল। অথবা or তুমি সন্ধ্যার মেঘমালা, তুমি আমার সাধের সাধনা। আমি আপন মনের মাধুরী মিশায়ে তোমারে করেছি রচনা, তুমি আমারই, তুমি আমারই, তুমি আমারই। You are like the garland of the clouds in the evening. You are, you are the embodiment of my divine desire. I have made you with my purest form of desire. You are mine, you are mine, you are solely mine. When we show the light, another mantra is very beautiful. Om Suprakaso Mahadipah Sarvatastimirapaha Savahya Abhyantara Jyotihi Deepoyam Pratigrihyatam. You are the light of the lights. I know that I am a stupid fellow, I am a foolish. That is why I am showing you lamp. Please accept my love. Please accept my devotion. What I can give to you, everything is yours. The light, the lamp, nothing belongs to me. Everything is yours. It's my devotion. My love, I don't know how to express. That is why I am showing you all those things. That is the beauty of the puja. Then again, the worshipper tells, how can one ever invoke the all-pervading absolute? How one can give a seat to that which is the one support of all? How can one bring offerings to that whose nature is pure awareness? Or how can one purify that which is ever pure? Why should one bath with water that which is ever free from stain? Or why one can offer clothes to that which holds the universe is itself? Why should one place a sacred thread on him who needs no support? What is the use of flowers for the one insensitive to smell? How can perfume be pleasing him who is totally unattached? Or how can one offer jewels or set off the beauty of him or her? I don't know. Who is all beauty's source? Futile are offerings of food to one who is ever satisfied. How can one circumambulate him? Circumambulate means when there is one pole and centering that anything rotates. Sthanuvat pole, who is boundless in all directions. How contrive to salute him, who is one without a second? How can hymns be pleasing to that which the Vedas cannot reveal? How can one wave lights before the self-illuminous Lord and the all-pervading reality? And how as an image can he or she be installed, who stands complete within and without? Therefore, it is that perfect knower of Brahman, always and under all conditions, commune with the Lord through contemplating their total identity with Him. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.